Howdy everyone, y'all know who it is, it's me, Yoshi the Pikachu, and I'm going to Isabelle versus Ganondorf. I had recording software issues earlier today, and I saw both Lucina versus Rob and plus Sonic versus Fox in that episode, because Lucina versus Rob is a really small episode. So I ended up seeing who won and who ended up winning the outcomes of the fights, which I don't react to them again, because I already did them once. So here they went. Lucina murdered Rob because he's a toy. Sonic actually lost to Fox, but then I searched on the channel. I found the results are overturned, and then Sonic gets to win now, but they're going to make a new episode to show that Sonic really wins the fight. So let's just do this one. Isabelle versus Ganon. If it's not obvious who wins, you're an idiot.
What would happen if
it's the King of Evil.
Ganondorf and the hard-working secretary
it's the King of Evil versus versus Animal Crossing character. Animal Crossing is not going to win.
That exact question. If each playable character from the Super Smash Bros. Series was
Kazuya versus Chrom versus Roy. That should be a good fight. Palutena versus Simon. I'm interested in that. Wolf versus Ensign. Okay. One sec. Daisy versus Luigi. That should be a good fight. Donkey Kong versus Bowser. That should be a good fight as well. Pit and Dark Pit versus Samus and Dark Samus. That should be a really good fight, I would say. Gotcha. Greninja versus Diddy Kong. Cloud versus Hero. Shulk versus ? Byleth versus Robin. Corbin versus Bayonetta. Those should be interesting fights. Byleth versus Robin. Those are both Fire Emblem. Shulk. I gotta know who he's fighting, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna win the first round. Pikachu versus Pac-Man. That came out already. Cloud versus Hero. That I'm looking forward to. That should be a good fight. But then again, Sephiroth is probably gonna murder Mewtwo, because Mewtwo may be strong, but Sephiroth murder Bill Cipher. Mewtwo cannot kill Bill Cipher at all. Greninja versus Diddy, that's gonna come out this Saturday. It should come out anytime soon, because like it was supposed to come out this Saturday, but I don't know what happened. But I don't care. Bayo should be able to beat Corrin, I would think.
Playable character from the Super Smash Bros. Series was entered into
the Banjo versus Yoshi fight. I'm looking forward to that big time. Banjo versus Yoshi.
Are on screen now with a link for a further breakdown in the description. With all that in place,
I'm actually recording this on my tablet.
Between Ganondorf and Isabelle to see who will
Not now,
on to
Facebook.
The next round and who will be disqualified.
My phone, I'm having issues on that. I'm running out of space, so I just I have to record my tablet now.
Once upon a time, in the faraway land of Hyrule, there lived a child named Ganondorf. He was born as the only male in his matriarchal tribe for over 100 years, and the rightful king to the throne to rule over the Gerudo people. His entire country lived in the middle of a vast desert that laid under a scorching sun and a bitter, sandy wind that would beat his people down every single day. When night fell, a frigid gale pierced their homes and always brought the same thing: death. But in another part of Hyrule, there blew a different wind, one that brought greenery and life to people more fortunate than his own. So rather than being faced with suffering and ruin, he saw a land of prosperity. And so, like any good king, he dedicated his life to finding a better life for his people. Despite his noble intentions, though, his methods were less than ideal. In the aftermath of the Great Hyrulean Civil War, Ganondorf saw a chance to use the tragedy as an opportunity to swear false fidelity to the King of Hyrule. This brought a newfound trust from the royal family and allowed Ganondorf to move freely throughout the land of Hyrule, and after many, many attempts, different timelines, and transforming into a few different evil pigs and puppets, he eventually gained access to the Triforce, a powerful artifact capable of granting wishes, gaining access to the power of the three goddesses, and increasing the wielder's power to unimaginable levels. He first obtained the Triforce of Power, granting him the blessings of the goddess Din. This bestows upon him near invulnerability and a never-ending...
This makes it look a bit better, should I?
Of magic to draw.
My tablet can manage it.
Through his power, Ganondorf can shrug off being stabbed through the chest, having towers crumble on top of him, and he even took flames from the dragon Baloo with no visible injuries. At his peak, Ganondorf is so powerful that not even the legendary Master Sword could scratch him. It was only with the upgraded version, the Golden Sword, that Link stood any chance against him. Even then, it took silver arrows, powerful enough to one-shot nearly everything in the game, to kill Ganondorf, and he was still able to survive several of these. With this power, his physical strength seemingly knows no limits. Even upon transforming into a tiny bat, he's strong enough to smash through the top of this pyramid. The Triforce of Wisdom unlocks the powers of Nehru, giving him access to legendary mystical abilities, such as amplifying his innate magic. He's able to use energy blasts, teleportation, transmutation, transfiguration, and more. He's also able to conjure minions and even resurrect them from the dead. Ganondorf is such a powerful sorcerer that he's even been able to send plagues and drought to Hyrule while trapped in an alternate dimension. The last piece of the Triforce grants Ganondorf access to the power of Faeror, the source of all life. Given that its only other wielder was Link, who wasn't nearly as gifted as Ganondorf or Zelda at channeling the power of his Triforce, the Triforce of Courage's true power is still somewhat of a mystery. One of the most frightening things about Ganondorf, though, is his evil heart. He's the personification of the reincarnated hatred of the god Demise. And under his relentless search for the Triforce and hunger for power, he's become a truly terrifying opponent. During
Makes
his
sense.
quest for power, Ganondorf truly became evil, and a ruthless warrior who would slaughter anyone who stood in his way, even children. He's a power-hungry master of manipulation and deceit, and a skilled tactician.
My back
By
just
the end
cracked.
of Ganondorf's life, he had zero regard for anybody's life but his own. Ganon's wake of destruction and brutality seemingly know no bounds, and to cross him spells death for all but the strongest foes.
I expect him to move on a little bit to few fights.
Against his foe, Isabelle.
I expect him to beat a few opponents. If Ganon doesn't win a few rounds, then I'm just gonna be insulted because it's Ganondorf.
Defend their homes from invasions of evil, and gifted leaders can bring a town from poverty to prosperity. It's often the everyday workers who support their city through small contributions that serve as the lifeblood of their hometown, such as Isabelle, the hardworking and kind-hearted secretary of Animal Crossing. Much like Ganondorf, she came from rough beginnings, as she and her twin brother Digby had to live out of a cardboard box while growing up. She didn't let these humble beginnings define her, though. Despite coming off as a little ditzy or clumsy, she's a master of engineering with degrees from over 19 different universities, which she obtained just for the joy of learning. Under her direction and engineering expertise, her town has created pits of fire, a state-of-the-art surveillance system, a huge building that holds the remains of many dead, mighty beasts, and a portal to an alternate dimension called the Dream World. That isn't all, though. Isabelle has also helped in the creation of a machine capable of drilling through the ground. She's also recreated mystical wonders like Stonehenge, and even panels capable of harnessing energy from a giant ball of scorching gas that,
Okay.
if destroyed,
Okay.
would wipe out an entire solar system.
Look, she's very, very
Despite her
smart.
cheerful demeanor, though, Isabelle has a dark side that hides beneath the surface. Throughout her difficult childhood and pursuit of architectural knowledge, she gained years of fighting experience with her brother Digby, and even acted as a bully intent on destroying his property. While some lesser life forms need to increase their power with magical artifacts, Isabelle increases
I
her
would've
mental
never
acuity with handcrafted drinks specifically designed to
the fuck.
increase her energy. And she even drinks it with a substance extracted from the bodies of her villagers. Her unbridled rage comes out when seeing people destroy property, and she can even summon her Isabellistic form as she drops her gentle facade. This is a power that no villager in their right mind would ever want to face, and she is no stranger to dealing with some pretty disagreeable people, including the standoffish pig Ganon. So whether it be her high IQ or the dark individual lying deep beneath the surface of her cheery exterior, Isabelle is a rough matchup for anyone. With all that said and done, though, let's get into the fight and see who will be disqualified and who will advance on to the next round of the Smash.
I still think I know who's going to win this fight by a
If you
mile.
want to see early works in progress for our animations, have exclusive live streams with the research team, get early access to music, or even vote on future
Mewtwo versus
matchups,
Sephiroth.
we just launched a Patreon
Kirby
crowdfunder
versus
series.
Jig.
We have a lot of really cool
I think Kirby
rewards.
versus Jig
Go
should be a
check it
pretty
out
big
if you're
stop for
interested in
Kirby.
supporting Smash Bracket and keeping the series alive. But anyway, let's get into the fight and see who will advance on to the next round of the Smash Bracket and who will be disqualified.
Because so far both King Dedede and Midnight have both moved on. But will Kirby join them by beating up Jigglypuff? We're going to have to find out. Oh no. Yeah, that face though. And this animation is great. It's hand drawn. Looks really good. That didn't hit. Are you trying to hit her or miss? Wait, surrender is an option. That's what the things at the beginning. Incapacitation. Incapacitation. Surrender, all this stuff. I don't imagine her fighting. I imagine her giving up. It's Isabelle. She would not want to die. She would want to surf on a piece of land and then fall out of the sky. Oof. Yeah, she gave up. Cherry pie? She realizes she's getting us alive. Oh, there's my camera. Here this is. Got it. Nope, Ganon won.
And there you go.
And she could live.
Although Isabelle was eventually able to pacify Ganondorf through her strategic exploitation of his weakness to be distracted by mundane objects, she mysteriously surrendered by waving a white flag of defeat. Whether it came from an intentional move to spare Ganondorf from her Isabellistic form, or subtle manipulation to win over a powerful ally, we may never know the answer. But when all is said and done, Ganondorf is the winner and will be moving on to the next round.
You would have murdered her.
Next time on the Smash Bracket.
Next is Kirby versus Jigs. We're not done yet. We got one more little fight going on. It's the alternate where Isabelle somehow wins. Alternate ending. Action was less than no hits were landed at all. No successful hits were landed. Isabelle was not harmed at all. Look here. The bullet missed her. These two didn't hit her at all. As well. But then again, she had the smart enough to run. But nothing hit her at all. Oh no. Ganon? Run. Okay. Don't piss Isabelle off. Gotcha. I don't think Ganondorf deserved that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, bye. And if you guys want me to work on my tablet, like the screen is bigger, so I can actually see it better, and it's easier to control the volume when I can actually listen to it, actually make it so loud so I can hear easily. Then just tell me. So I'll see you next time.